everyone. The final challenge of Wave 3.0, the Signature Webinar Challenge. Over the past weeks, trainers have worked on communication, icebreakers, facilitations, their confidence, visibility, and their credibility. Today is where all of that comes together. In the next 30 minutes, you will experience a corporate style webinar designed and facilitated by our trainer. As peers and judges, we encourage you to observe not just the information, but the overall learning experience created. We are happy to have Rahila and Dipali with us as judges for today's challenge. Welcome, judges.
Thank you.
So let's begin the session with full attention and participation. Today we have Kalpana Kishore with us, taking us into the depths of something you might want to listen to. Over to you, Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Radhika, and a big hi to Dipali, Rahila, and of course my colleague, Asha. Let's just dive into what I'm going to do today. And let me begin, of course, with the first step, sharing my screen. Here we go. Just give me a second. Yes. Um, 1 second.
Excuse me.
Here you are, authority. That's something I think we have all faced. Yes or no? Yes. Now, what happens when you're reeling under authority? Thank you. All right. Authority is something I feel we have all faced. Am I correct or wrong? Today, we'll see what is great. Is it authority or influence? And how we can use this at work. I'm going to restart it and I'm going to know about authority and influence and how we can use this at corporate. But before we begin, let's have some fun. All right? Here is a very tiny activity. We all have a head and the related features with our heads. All right? So when I say up, I want you all to look up. When I say down, I want you all to look down. When I say right, turn your head to right. And of course, to left. Shall I begin? So I'm beginning from the activity again. Activity. Come on, guys. When I say down, down. Come on. Down. Up. Left. Right. Touch your ears. Nose. Eyes. Now I'm going to say it opposite. All right. When I say right, I want you all to turn toward left. And of course, up is down. Okay. Down. Left. Down. Up. All right, you guys are good at it. So it is a wonderful to know that you all are all yours, and let me now take you from authority to influence. What is influence? Influence actually is the power to help people make decision or help them shape their decisions. All right. Whereas authority is they have the power to take decisions. Am I clear on this? Okay. Let's go to the next slide. There again it goes. It just doesn't move now. Influence, as I told you, is something that helps you to change the decisions of your peers, of your family, and an organization, even your boss or a super boss. It is having the authority to influence to change the decisions without having the power to do so. But when it comes down to authority means you have the power to take decisions, make decisions, or change decisions. So mostly the power remains in the hands of your superiors. So why do we need this power of influence? Because we can see that hierarchy system that existed once is now no more existing. We have flat organizations, right? We do not have that hierarchy. We do not have cross and so my bad. We do not have hierarchy. Second is we have cross-functional teams. So all of us might be at the same level. We might all be managers, or we might all be senior managers. The only difference is that we might be communicating with juniors or senior managers of our own level belonging to different departments. And then there is collaboration over hierarchy. We all know that the word sir or ma'am has been eroded from the corporate world. Everybody is treated as an equal in the so called, you can say, scenarios or written rules. But when it comes down to actually speaking up, all of us hesitate in front of the authority. Am I right? When have you guys not spoken up because you were respecting the authority? Can you all tell me? Have you all lost an idea or decided to keep quiet because you didn't know how you are going to stand up to the authority or influence the decision which you know is incorrect? All right, so here we come to know from control. We are being controlled, and at the same time, we are losing control because we are in control of someone who is senior to us. So, how do we, in a flat organization that is erupting across in the in the shape of MNCs, do we build our credibility? How do we change our position? We might be a junior, we might be under a boss, from position to persuasion. All right, that is what is called an influence. Of course, I'm certainly going to give you all tips as to how we can all become an influencer at our organizations. These are the three pillars that you all need to remember. What's the first one, Deepali? Can you read it for me?
Yeah, it's the credibility.
It's credibility. All right. Asha, the next one.
Connection.
Yes. And the third one, Rahila, if I may ask you to read the third one.
Clarity.
Clarity. Absolutely. Aren't you wondering what are these three pillars? Yes. And how do we master them so that we can be a great influencer? Here I'm not talking about YouTube influencers, okay? That's for Gen Z. Here we are going to go into something that is absolutely professional. Let's see what is credibility. When you are trying to change someone's decision, you should know the subject thoroughly. That means you should be thorough with your skills, right? That's the first important thing, so that you're not just blabbering anything that is out of context. Second is be prepared. Be absolutely prepared that there might be someone who might not accept. All right. Last, do people trust? Before you speak, the people should trust your intent. And over here, I would like to say something very valuable. All of us, when we want to influence, we think my idea, right? I who am speaking. It is me who is trying to get into correct stance. When your intent is not trusted by a senior who feels you might be actually making him feel low or mocking him, he is not going to listen to your influential idea. All right. So here is the tip. Not only do you need to ensure that your boss trusts your intent, You should be thorough on your subject, that is the idea that you're going to talk about. And at the same time, sometimes we speak 10 things instead of clearly saying just one thing. So don't come with 10 opinions or 10 ideas, just one idea. That is the trick to always raise your credibility in the eyes of your boss and your peers. Your peers and your seniors. Now let us see how we can develop the second thing, that is connecting. As I told you earlier, it is not about your idea. It is about making them accept your idea. So here you need to understand the goal if he is your senior. What is he looking for in that issue that is being faced by him? Is it a deadline? Does he want to achieve his yearly target? Is success what he is aiming at? So when you shift your focus from my idea to what is it, or what is the need of the hour for your senior or for your peers, the connect stays. Speak their language. Tell and understand what intrinsically they are craving for. Once you do that, the connect is going to be there for years and years to come. Build trust. Most of us do give an idea and also promise to help the person out, but we do not do it. So if you say that you're going to ready a report by, let's say, 5, give it to him by 4:45. You say you will follow up, check, and then revert back, do revert back. These small things is actually going to build a connect along with your credibility. So the 3 pillars, you now know the 2 pillars for influencing people. Last, clarity. Just speak as much as is needed. Do not overdo it. Be simple and then give the structure of instructions or the idea. First, what is the problem? Or what is your senior wanting? Complete it within the deadline? Is he considering the risk factor? Is he worried about the quality of the product that you're supposed to give it to the client? What is it? Find the problem, find the insight or an idea, and then structure your idea. Because if it is not clear, it will not be accepted. What is credibility? Very quickly over here. Add a fact. Connection, align yourself to the listener. Clarity, keep it simple. I want you all to write it down, note it down as I go into activity. That credibility means the fact should be well checked. Connection, here that your skill, right? So that's it. Connection, you have to align to your listener or to the person to who you're going to speak, understand what he wants, and clarity is keep it simple. These are the opening lines that you can use with the activity that I'm going to give you. I have noticed this impacts. Can we try? Please write it down. You can even take a photograph so that you will not face any issues when I give you an activity. All right. Here is the case study. Before I go into the sentences that can be changed from normal sentences to the sentences of influence, I will ask you all to take just 1 minute to read this, state the problem, think of an insight, and make a suggestion. Come on, guys. Who would like to read it? Asha, would you like to read this case study to your colleagues also?
Sure.
All right.
So Ria is the team lead. Her team is missing deadlines due to inconsistent updates from members. She says from now on, everyone must send daily updates by 6 p.m. We are supposed to
Yes.
state the problem, think of an insight.
Yes, so what is the problem? Yes, that's it. Just the case. Now, the state, the problem is an activity. What is the problem here, Rahila? Can you tell what's the problem here?
Yeah, the deadlines are being missed.
Yes, the deadline is being missed. Think of an insight. What idea would you like to suggest to Ria over here? May I ask Dipali to give me an idea? Have you come across an idea? Just the idea. Just what is the idea? You can use the impact line over here for connection, and for clarity, you can use can we try? Yes.
I have noticed, I'll talk in the terms of chemistry. I have noticed that the end point is not being reached.
Yes. So that's the insight.
Kindly catalyze the process.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely correct. So, what is in one advice? Now, she has said this line from now on, everyone must send daily updates by 6 p.m. Do you think she's influencing her team, or is she using her authority or power over here in this sentence?
She's influencing her authority, basically.
She
She's
is authority.
using her authority.
Yes. So, now can you use the connect and give me an answer in this? Anyone? How would you put this?
So I'll just try.
Yes.
So for credibility, it'll be I have noticed we are missing deadlines and we are
Yes,
able to
fantastic.
make it. And this impacts our working, obviously, in the
Yes.
organization.
Yes.
And from now onwards, can we try to meet, send the daily updates to me by 6 p.m.
Yes, by 6 p.m. You can
By
email
6 p.m.
or message me.
Or you
Right?
can email me.
One suggestion from my one suggestion from me also.
Yes, Deepali.
Can we try to send the updates by 6 p.m.? And I'm sure all of us we do have the capability to do so.
Yes, absolutely. Again, that becomes a little authoritative. Just so that we do not miss the deadlines, Ria can say, just so that the deadlines are not missed.
Not missed.
Updates are important. Do try and send it by 6. You can message or email the same. So you're giving a lot of flexibility to your team.
Right.
Right? Let's
Can
see.
I add something here, Kalpana? Just a
Uh,
single liner.
all right, Dinesh.
So in that scenario, it would be better if we could have a kind of like, okay, can we connect together? And as we all know that we are missing the deadlines, so let's sit together and come to a conclusion why this is happening, sir, to get to the proper root cause analysis.
Absolutely, I understand what you just said, Dinesh. But here, as an influencer, we are concentrating on the language part as to how to frame or phrase a sentence so that without getting into a meeting part of it. All right. An idea or ideating to ensure that the decisions are changed. That is authority versus influence. But thank you. You were also right. But apart from meeting to make things moving, they're concentrating on the language part. Here it is. Now, how do we still better it? How do people respond? How do people listen to you when you have a why? If you want to influence, give a reason and give the result if your idea is accepted. To ensure your idea is accepted, here it is. Can we try this? It turns around time by 20%. You are supporting it with data. All right. Am I clear? People respond better when you're given a reason and a result. All right. If you adopt my idea, this is what you will get. The technique 2 is persuasion. Build alignment even before you speak. Why do you need to build alignment? You have to ensure that you are walking the thoughts of your senior or your peer or your friend. All right, that you understand him internally. What is his aim, and how is my idea going to align with the aim that he has in mind? Technique 3 is small wins strategy. All right, don't push for 100%. You sometimes your idea may or may not be accepted. Even if the 10% of your idea is accepted and implemented, you are on the path to being an influencer. Technique 4, ask, don't tell. Don't tell. We have a habit of telling even a child, sit down and finish your homework. What are we doing? We're telling the child. How can we change it into influence? Look, here is what I can tell you. If you finish your homework, I'll take you to the Sunday brunch that you were asking for. Or you can tell your child, I will definitely get you a pizza. Here is a motivation, right? Of course, it doesn't work out because that's not a father and you're not a children in a corporate world. All right, but what I'm saying is how you can turn it into motivation. You have to ask, not tell. Here we are. So before you might use sentences like we need the change. But if you change your sentences, these are the alternatives. I have noticed delays. This impacts clients. Can we test a simple, once again, simple process? Do you see? When we say we need change, I need you to just send me an email right now. Send an email, everything is fine. Yeah, instead of that, I have noticed this impacts and can we test? Again, it is gone. All right, let me just stop sharing. So here we go. Next one. Now I want you all to pitch in. Did you all understand the 3C clearly? Yes or no? What is the first C? Anybody? What is the first C? Credibility. What is the second C?
Connection,
What is the third C?
clarity.
Clarity. All right. These are the 3 C's. Now look at what I have given you. Manager who is focused on deadlines. Okay. You automatically, like I showed you in the last, we need change. That's how we go, right? We simply speak up our mind without using the language of an influencer. So you say we should improve the process. How will you rephrase it using credibility, connect, and clarity? If you all have written down your lines and words, you will be able to construct a sentence. I'll give you all 30 seconds to do so. We should improve the process. What will be the answer? Asha, Radhika, can you all rephrase it using the 3C? Anyone? Come on, guys. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is being missed? Yes, Asha.
I'll just use what you just shared with us.
Okay.
So maybe the manager can say, I've noticed there have been some loopholes in the process. Can we try out other ways to figure out
Yes,
what could
yes.
bring out the best from all of us, or something like that?
Yes. You can say this can actually reduce the time taken to complete a task. Shall we? Shall we give
Shall
it
we?
a shot? Shall we implement it? Because you are not going to tell him, you're going to ask him. All right. So, there's a credibility, you know your job. Connect, you are understanding the feeling of your manager. Clarity, you should have a very clear idea as to how he can actually ensure that he delivers the project before the deadline. Let me come down to the next one. Let's try a simple one. Colleague worried. All right. Let's add one more step. Focus on the problem, then the insight, and then you give a suggestion. If you use that 3 also, you will be able to get this one correct. What is the problem? What is he worried about?
Guys,
Workload. Workload.
Go ahead, Radhika, anyone, Dinesh, anyone. Come on, guys.
no, she just said
It is a missing
workload.
deadlines.
Yes. So let's add one more, rephrase it into an influence statement. Anybody?
So I think the you say let's add one more step.
Yeah.
I think we can say that let's go one step at a time and don't worry.
Yes. See the stress. So first thing is Adding this step will help you reduce your stress by at least 10%, 20%. You get what I'm saying about? All right. Why don't you try it? Now, this is asking, not telling. Why don't you try it? You are leaving the decision to him. You are just influencing his decision by giving your idea. Am I clear? Understood? Senior who is focused on, yes. This is a new approach. Automatically, we'll say this is a new approach. Rephrase it into an influence statement. My bad. This is a new approach. What is the problem? It's given in the heading. What is the problem?
Risk factor.
Risk factor. So
Risk
now
factor.
this new approach, let me tell you this one line. This new approach will help you reduce the risk and ensure progress. You got it? What is he afraid of? The risk he is going to take with a new project or implementing you can say a new rule. If it is from HR, let's say it's HR and the HR senior is actually thinking, I may not be able to get this through. So let's have a new approach. All right. So credibility, because you're already an HR personnel, connect. You are connecting because you know that your boss is afraid of the risk, and you are clearly saying with data support, all right, with a reason why you should have this. The reason here is it will help you reduce the risk factor. Let me come down to how you can start phrasing your sentences. The first thing you should have in mind is, who am I speaking to? What do they care about most? What pressures are they under? How can I frame my ideas for them? These are generally cross-cultural functions that we are always talking with managers, finance, HR, client, vendors. All right. What does a person want? Frame your answer accordingly. Here is a quick map for all of you. Person I want to influence. Take it down for your own self. All right. What is their top goal? What is the top goal of the person you want to influence? What is their hidden concern or hidden worry over here? All right. Missing the deadline. Is it the risk factor? Is it the fear factor? Is it the failure factor? All right. And how will my idea help them? All right. You can have a quick map of who you are talking to and how are you going to influence that person by understanding that person. All right. Because influence, I want Asha, I want you to read this.
Because influence improves when you shift from your need to their need.
Yes. Again, I'm repeating what I had said earlier. It's not about you, it's not about your idea. It is about ensuring that you are credible enough in their eyes to help them make right decisions. We began with change the decisions. I'm ending it with make them take right decisions. Authority get compliance, okay? Right? This is something. Yes, can you read it again, Asha?
Authority gets compliance, influence earns commitment.
Yes. You will find that you're committed to your job. You will find that you're able to tackle authority. You will find that you are able to speak up if you get your sentence construction right. If you understand the situation, you can influence a friend, a family, a colleague, a boss. Where will you apply this in next 24 hours? I've already given you all the map. Apply it and see how you can work on it. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah. Thank you, Kalpana. It was a wonderful presentation. Yes, over to the judges now. Dipali and Rahila, please.
Thank you, Radhika. Kalpana, that was a wonderful session. You covered all the points. It was very insightful. I would like to ask you a question here. What psychological factors make people obey authority or figures?
I actually would like to go back to our childhood days where authority, I think respecting your elders, obeying your elders is actually woven in our genes. So before we know it, if we hear a no, we are not allowed to ask questions on that no. So psychologically, we are trapped in the trap of no. So authority does not help us bloom. A psyche has already under the control by our grandparents, parents, then comes the teachers, and then of course the bullies if you have friends.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, it's basically the fear of consequences and, as you said, respect,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that's right. So, Dipali, do you want to ask anything?
Yes, Kalpana. I thought the session was really insightful. Really liked it, and I really loved your utterly butterly delicious wala thank you. That was wonderful. Yes. So there is one question which I would want to ask you. Do you think that the old time authority has to be totally replaced? The kind of authority which was there, do you think it has to be totally replaced, or does it still hold some significance in the modern scenario? Is my question clear?
It does hold significance.
Right.
According to me, you do need to use authority in certain situations. But using authority, most of us use authority because we do not know what else to do in a situation. We shut ourselves, right, with an authority. I don't think that works. I don't think this works. Because our own inner confidence is at a low and we feel threatened that if I do not control them now, someone may usurp my position, my post, and may
Right.
expose my weakness. So, if you can overcome that particular part of you, authority till a certain age also instills discipline.
Exactly.
So, yes, nothing is bad in this world if used rightly.
Right.
So, but just because you have been brought up under strict authority doesn't mean you should not overcome it to speak of your mind.
Okay. So basically, authority with empathy.
Authority with empathy. I
Right.
agree with those words.
Right. I'll just put another question to you.
Yes,
You,
Deepali.
you spoke about Gen Z,
Yes.
right? So Gen Z, I think authority doesn't work on Gen Z, right? So how do you balance authority and influence on Gen Z? Because we are actually competing with the influencers also, the social media influencers also.
Yes.
Any intake on the any take on that?
Considering the psychological shift, which is very evident,
Mm.
and from my own experience as a parent, I am not being an authoritative parent. I am allowing my child to experience her own life, make her own mistakes, learn from it. Yes, she can come back and say, "You were right, mom." And that's when I tell my authority and say, "Next time when I say something to you, just have a ear, just listen, process it, analyze it, think it over. And if you want this pearl of wisdom, use it."
Strike the iron when it is hot, huh?
Yes, yes, it has helped me a lot, believe me.
Statement well taken. Nice.
Kalpana, I have one more question for you. So,
Yes,
is silent influence stronger than visible authority?
it is.
It is.
It
Yes.
is.
Yes.
It is. I still recall, my father used to come into the room and he will silently look at us, and we used to be, none of us will make a sound. And when my grandfather used to come home, we had told the driver, "Teen horn bajana." One from a certain distance, second from a certain distance, third. He never scolded us. In fact, he used to hand out chocolates to us, and he gave us this safety, piggy banks, made out of iron, solid iron with a lock and key, and he used to give us pocket money. But he just needed to step in, and the whole drawing room was spick and span with everything in its place. It works. It works. And I really miss that kind of a discipline in today's children. But I think we have to accept it.
Yes, that's right.
Times are changing.
Yes. Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you for your wonderful
Thank you.
answers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. So, time to score. So, as we are scoring live, Asha and the judges, please send in your what you call scores immediately so that we can go on to the next segment. And let me know once you score. So while they are scoring, audience, that brings us to the end of today's signature webinar session. Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you so much for your participation, professionalism, and effort. To all the peers and judges, as you are scoring, please do submit your evaluations along with any constructive observations that may help the trainer grow further. Special thanks to our judges, Rahila and Dipali, for being a part of this important milestone of Wave 3.0. We look forward to the upcoming sessions and the continued rise of trainer mastery. Thank you so much once again, Kalpana. It was a wonderful session. It's a sign out from me, Radhika Kautha. I'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye.